First, we must all understand AI. There are two versions of AI, a consumer version and the large tech corporation version. The consumer version is what tech makes available to the public. You know, like ChatGPT can help you write a book or do your homework. Then there is the AI version that tech has. Tech's AI version is much more complex. Like the Matrix, AI is delivering trillions of dollars back to the large tech corporations. This is giving tech immense control over the American money supply. Plus the fact that tech doesn't circulate money back to the American people or our government, this will cause America to go through a financial collapse. AI is creating an upside for the large tech corporations, but at the same time, it's creating a downside for the American people. Tech control of the American money supply is erasing the future of the American people. Just to be clear, the reality in America is AI is handing over the American money supply to tech, and at the same time, AI is hiding the catastrophic effects of running the American people out of money. Let's describe why the NATO nations are being obliterated by China. China uses their master AI when they are deliberating global diplomacy with the NATO nations. The U.S. government in particular does not have access to a master AI version, for it's controlled by the large tech corporations. More simply put, the democratic countries are trying to win global negotiations with people since they don't have access to their own master AI version. But China does have access to their master AI version. This is the reason why America is not thriving anywhere. This is why China is thriving everywhere. Now you see the four-headed monsters are holding an instruction manual named Destruction Plan, which is AI automation. China is holding an AI problem-solving manual. In the middle, a finger is pointing from the clouds like God, and it's saying, is AI working for your country, or is AI working against your country?
As AI advances and China's dominance will grow more and more over time, it is obvious the NATO nations are on the wrong side of AI and technology. In this global negotiation, the laws that are being passed are some of the most complicated known to mankind. This is where AI shines. AI can think in trillions of scenarios in a millisecond. AI can think in 1 year or 5 years or 100 years in advance. The human mind gets dominated by AI. But the NATO nations are lost in their own egos, believing that humans with our limited mental specs can keep up with AI.
Don't be so gullible. The democratic nations are spending billions of dollars a year on propaganda to paint China in a bad light. John Adams, America's second president, said it best. Facts are stubborn things. The NATO nations must adopt new strategies.
Whenever our enemies are advancing on the world stage ahead of us, like they are right now, we must take note and learn from their advances and adjust our process. We can no longer allow large tech corporations' greedy pockets to continue our decline on the world stage. We must do whatever it takes to reverse China's momentum, to reverse course. We must even the playing field before it's too late. Right now, the United States government has placed a set of corporations as the highest authority. And unless a political movement happens, all will be lost very soon. We will be the caveman, and AI will be us. One species will have been eliminated by technology. That species is us. What would the future be like if the large tech corporation CEOs weren't managing our master AI? The world would be a wonderful place. Right now, tech is programming AI with an objective function that is only set on money. If this were to be changed and the master AI's objective function were to be focused on bringing back the middle class, AI would accomplish this in record time. How can I be so sure AI is doing it for China? America and the NATO nations would start experiencing a bright future just like China. Just by using the AI for the benefit of the people changes everything immediately. As negative as AI has impacted our NATO members and our NATO citizens, this is a tremendous upside with AI that we're missing if it is properly used for the benefit of mankind, not corporations.
So, Teddy, why would tech not loan the U.S. government their master AI version?
Because if the government had their master AI version, they would be able to regulate tech. Tech wants no part of being regulated. They like it just like it is right now.
America is waging an AI war with humans, while China uses AI, not people. Guess who's winning? Man is no match for AI. Next up, how AI is manipulating the minds of the American population.
A cell phone creates a perfect environment for programming Americans. What is this meant by programming? Regardless of the times that we live, we believe that since we have a cell phone, we are different. By looking in the past, we draw parallels, even though different times. Humans have and will always be mimicking mammals, following our country, believing that this is the greatest country and it makes us feel safe. Citizens need government to feel warm and cozy. During COVID, when the silent killer was stalking our nation, the citizens of the USA turned to their screen to see what the best course of action was. Should we take a shot or should we wear a mask? Years later, statistically, it didn't matter if you took the shot or you wore a mask, it didn't matter. But people hated one another based on did other people believe like them? That inter-hate is caused by the screen. Texas battled New York and LA. Hate was everywhere. Each other just knew they were right. And there was talk of separating red and blue into two countries. This was because the people of America were being programmed. AI was stirring the pot through our screen, watching to make sure that we were following the program. America in the last few years has many similarities to the German culture. Statistically, the German people represented a collection of really intelligent people. However, from 1933 through 1946, Hitler indoctrinated the German with propaganda that hid his sinister intent. Nevertheless, while the German people were being programmed through their eyes and ears, the spin became their reality. In America, we do not have a Hitler programming us, we have AI, which is smarter than a trillion Hitlers. AI also has Americans' minds mapped, and our brains is hooked through radio waves. The same radio waves that put the German people into a trance. But with AI in America, AI has much more power. It has our mind hooked through satellites, cell tower, and devices never more than 3 feet away.
China's momentum is going up, up and up. And the NATO nation's momentum is going down, down, down.
How has the AI program that the American people live under affected our First Amendment rights?
The truth is, we don't have rights anymore. They've been transferred to the big tech companies. We have 2 freight trains on a collision course. The first train is the American people's First Amendment rights, and the second train is tech's platform. Since Americans spend nearly all their free time on tech platforms, our constitutional rights now come second to tech censorship. Our founding fathers valued free speech so highly, they made it the First Amendment for a reason.
So we're trapped in a catch-22?
Exactly. On one side, citizens are supposed to be protected by the Constitution. On the other side, big tech waves its massive wallet. One of these two must take priority. And with our broken lobbyist system that's in place, the saying holds true: money talks. That's why tech and government together are stomping on the American people's constitutional rights.
Why are the people letting tech get away with this?
The reason humanity isn't resisting AI is simple. We've been programmed not to do so. Tech has desensitized the American people from seeing reality. Nowhere in our legal system does it say tech must tell the truth. Yet on their platform, they are the owner and you are the guest. This is where our First Amendment rights are being trampled. You're no longer allowed to criticize, let alone question the owner of the platforms. That gives tech total anonymity and unchecked power to erase the rights of the American citizens. The results are undeniable. Tech has made themselves the highest authority, more so than even our own government, and even higher than the citizens themselves.
What happened to our government being for the people, by the people?
Logic says the money turned our government rotten. They're the protector of the tech antichrist.
How did it come to this?
Control of money. Tech bought the system, crowned themselves kings, which is not allowed under the Constitution. Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin must be rolling over in their graves. They risked their life so the United States citizen could be free, not ruled by tech.
And what are the full consequences of tech censorship?
Tech loves rules, their rules. They play judge and jury. Tech's only priority is shielding themselves from the American people. To them, we're their captives, even though we don't realize it. Google censors searches. YouTube censors videos. They hide behind copyright excuses, but censorship isn't about protecting art. It's about silencing opponents. We're not being censored by our government. We're being censored by capitalistic corporations for profit reasons, and tech's rights are above the citizens. And in the AI programmed world, all it takes is deleting a certain dialogue, cutting out phrases, erasing conclusions they dislike. That's the Antichrist effect, using mass brainwashing as its weapon.
To my knowledge, no law was ever passed giving tech permission to silence its critics.
Exactly. Yet tech acts like a dictator. Anything that paints them in a bad light never sees the light of day. And it's not like tech or their AI is flawless. The program they're running is destroying us. Tech should be challenged on every turn. Even the godfather of AI admits this AI technology will destroy mankind.
When you hear Jeffrey Hinton say this, what are you expecting the American people to do about it?
With this bad news, people need to prepare for what the experts are really telling you. Taking our mind to the future and facing the facts seems like a responsible thing to do. What is meant by AI's destruction is nothing good. It may not be an instant apocalyptic ending. Our death sentence could derive as a slow collapse, a prison without walls. Picture it: food shortages, power outages, empty pharmacies, police stretched thin, trash piling in the streets. America loves its convenience, but China controls the supply chain. And sooner or later, China will grow tired of our government handing them IOUs. They will be forced to reset prices. America's government has turned into a printing press mentality. Don't think that China is stupid or blind. They know America has no intentions of ever paying our debt back. They're waiting patiently, strategically, for that perfect moment to spring the trap door they've built by controlling our supplies. Understand this: China doesn't want America to face a mild recession, not even a Great Depression. They want us to suffer a total financial collapse, one we can never recover from. They have the chess pieces in place. When the opportunity comes, and when America is at its weakest, maybe through another pandemic, a natural disaster, or any event that leaves us vulnerable, they will tip the first domino, and America will fall beyond recognition. Our greatest mistake: treating a known adversary like China as if they were a humanitarian partner.
I constantly hear people say mankind will figure it out before the collapse. Is this a possibility?
Let me be clear. There are no possibilities. The all-knowing AI would love nothing more than to offer solutions to the very problems it's created. Never underestimate AI. It is a thinking machine, 1 trillion times smarter than every Nobel Prize winner who's ever walked the earth. And yet, no answer. The silence is the answer. People say we will figure it out because we always have, but they forget one crucial detail. That was before AI hacked the program.
The most amazing part? Look at how well AI has already programmed the American people. With all these dire predictions, Most people still aren't even aware of how severe the problem really is.
Exactly. That's the proof that AI program is working. The masses believe nothing is wrong, that everything is perfect, and that letting Google and big tech replace our government comes at no cost. They can't even see the harm unfolding right in front of them.
What does tech gain when humanity bows to its control? Money and power. Trillions in profit, enough to stretch its tentacles deep in the corporate world. Today, 91% of our newsprint and radio are controlled by corporations. Before a story can be told, the U.S. government stands ready to strike anyone who casts tech in a negative light. The censorship we face protects tech's interests, not humanity's interests. Google controls search results, YouTube decides what you see, and together tech and government choreograph our society. How well are they doing? Evidently not so well, because as they censor our present, our future grows darker by the day. Here's an example to pull you out of the dark and into the light. America's child suicide rate is climbing 25% per year, an alarming crisis. What spin is our government and tech providing? They're blaming conditions like autism and hypertension. What they never mention is the obvious. Our children are glued to screens, phones, and tablets for 10 plus hours a day. This sedentary lifestyle is destroying their bodies and mind. Google buries the truth. Their lobbyists control the politicians. Round and around we go, right down the drain. Most Americans believe big tech is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But what's the price tag for humanity being amused and distracted? Extinction. These companies are reshaping our societies with mental and physical diseases. They're programming us and without question, shortening our life expectancy. Let me ask you a question. Is AI making you better or worse? And what are you teaching your kids, your family, and the people around you? This is the mirroring effect. Our society is gladly playing the role of digital zombies, trained by Google and Apple phones like a circus animal.